Hello everyone, welcome again in Eng-Man YouTube channel. So in this video, we will have another learning in tNavigator, and today's topic is about arithmetic. All right, I think it's quite simple, but relatively speaking, it is a bit more complicated than the previous cases. Okay, so in this video, we will use arithmetic operation to create properties. In particular, we will create permeability. Okay, so yeah, usually or basically in most cases we use for permeability, we use grid. Okay, so we have specific grid that contains permeability distribution. Okay, and maybe we create that in model designer and then we transferred it to the simulation file. Okay, and yeah, if we go to, for example, files here and then grid, we will have grid, special grid for permeability. But in this case, we don't have such grid, and instead we will create the permeability without grid. Actually, we do not have grid for permeability, but we will use another grid, and that use that another grid to form our permeability. Okay, and that grid is the array grid. All right, so it's about arithmetic operation. So yeah, I will just introduce the case to you. So I'm going to go to file, or instead maybe I can show you the master data. Okay, so this is the case. As usual, of course, we have run spec and title, and this is the description. So actually we have four saturation number region, or we have four regions based on the saturation number, zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. And basically they are this, they are these layers. Okay, and then I'm going to take that again. Yeah. So zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and zone 4. Okay, to make it more clear, I'm going to go to regions here. So for PVT, we have only one PVT region. Rock compaction also. Equilibration, we have four regions. Grid blocks, we only have one. Fibnum one. Saturation and equilibration, we have four. Okay, so one, and then the two, second layer is the purple one, and then the brown, and lastly the light blue. So we have four regions for our saturation, or the zonation based on saturation or equilibration. Okay, and yeah, this is the unit metric, and this is the dimension, number of layers in X, Y, and Z. And then here we have four zones. And then, yeah, we have oil, water. This is the setting for the table for wells, tap dims, rack dims, and scale. This is the start date. And in grid, we have only two grid. The first one is grid.include, and this is important, airsat.include. Actually, we will create this include file. Okay, so we do not rely on model designer to create the grid, but we will instead create this array grid. Okay, so airsat is actually is ARR is array, and sat is actually saturation. So I'm going to take information from saturation region, the four layers, and I will use that for my array. And then for the arithmetic operation, in arithmetic operation, I will produce my perm x, perm y, and perm z. Okay, I will use my perm x, perm y, and perm z. And you see, I will use airsat. Okay, so let's say for air set, I will use this formula to get my permeability in X direction, and then air set 2, air set 3, air set 4, and then edit. And then I also have other arithmetic operations, but I don't think I will explain about this in this particular video. So I will skip it and keep it for other videos in the future, hopefully. And then regions and then arithmetics. It is also for another video and others. So I'm just going to focus on this section actually, okay, because this is actually a thing for itself. Okay, yeah, this can stand alone as a learning. Okay, so you see, two most important things in this video is actually we will create this grid air set and then use this air set to generate our permeability grid.